Welcome to another Grotto Slice video. In this video, we're going to go through the Figma plugin and show you exactly how to use it to its maximum benefit to make it super simple, where it's literally a one-click from Figma to a Klaviyo template. So let me show you how that can look like if you have everything set up correctly. So if you select on your frame, just your one email frame, you see the preview text is pulled in, the link addresses are pulled in, you can even see those link addresses, and the footer is detected. And all you have to do is click Send to Klaviyo, and it'll create a Klaviyo template directly into your account with the link addresses, the preview text, your footer, directly in your Klaviyo account. So that's what you can do if you have all the advanced settings turned on. Let me show you those advanced settings and how to use each of those. Again, you don't need to use any of these, but I'll show you kind of the options on what you should use or what you can't use. But this is the board and how we set up our Figma board to make it a one-click from Figma to Klaviyo. So if you navigate to the settings file, settings page, you'll see three advanced settings. And by default, they're all turned off. And if they're all turned off, then you can come back here and see that you have to enter the preview text manually and then enter the call to action link manually, which you can only use one call to action link for the whole thing. And so you can do this, but again, if you want to make it kind of the most simple way for anyone uploading from Figma to Klaviyo, you can use these advanced settings. So let me show you how to do that and the process to go through and add each of those to your processes. So going to settings, the first one is auto detecting the preview text. Okay, so where does this pull from? Where in Figma does it need to be for it to actually show up in this Klaviyo template? So if I navigate back here, if I select our frame, you can see if I scroll above here, we'll be looking at the layer panel. So zoom in, look at this layer panel here. Selecting on our frame, where it's looking for to pull this preview text is in the outer grouping, a group called preview text. Simple enough. And inside that group, it's looking at the bottom text element. And it's pulling that text directly in, using that as your preview text. So again, you have your frame where you have your email. It's looking in its parent grouping or parent frame, which is this frame up here, the campaign detail frame, and it's looking for any group called preview text, and it's pulling the bottom text element. Simple enough. So if I select this, you see it's pulled in exactly what we can see up here as that element. And of course, you can change this to be whatever you want. Change this after the fact, but if you select away and click back, it'll re-pull it back in. And it'll show you a check mark if it finds it. If you're selecting on a frame that it can't find it, like this right here, you'll have an error because it can't pull it. All right, so that's the first step to pull in your preview text into your design with the advanced settings. The second thing we can do is auto detect link addresses. Okay, this one's really cool and probably my favorite one because it makes it super simple to make your email ready to send once it's uploaded to Klaviyo. So auto detect link addresses. So where are the link addresses stored and how do I store them so that this plugin can pull them in and put them inside our template? And so what we use is inside of prototypes, we have links, we have interactions, prototype interactions that link all the buttons and all the call to actions. And so if you've never seen prototype links before, inside of prototype, you can see on your board, you can link any single element. Like I can select this at the top, the no secrets text, and I can add an interaction to it. And what we do is we do the trigger on click and then the action of open link. And then here we type in type link address here. So that's where we store our link addresses. And when you click away, you can see all the link addresses on this email and where they're all linking to. So it's pretty cool. And then if I have this turned on, which I do here, I can navigate back to the layer panel and I can select the frame. And now you can see there's 3 link addresses found. But because one of them it's not correctly formatted, I added a error handling, so you can see there's one invalid link. So I can go back and change this to whatever link I want. Let's see what these ones are. I'll select this one. I'll change it to this one, but I'll do page 3. Okay. So now when I click my email creativity, I see all these links, including this one, and I can even open them up and preview them to make sure that the right pages I want to link to. So simple enough. So that's how we use that. One caveat for this. When setting this up, to add prototype interactions, the outermost grouping or outermost collection of elements has to be a frame, could not be a group. Okay, I'll say that again. The outermost collection of elements could not be a group, or else you won't see the interaction button. This interaction button, whenever you click on an element, this add interaction, you won't be able to see that unless it's a frame on the outside. And so let me kind of show you that in the layer panel, what that looks like. So again, this is a frame that we have our email in, and then it's within a frame, and even that frame is within another frame. That doesn't really matter that much, the extra layer of framing, But at least the outermost one is a frame, not a group. If it's a group, then you won't see this add interaction button. Okay, so if you have that error, I know people will have that error. That's the reason. It took us a while to figure that out as well. All right, so that's number 2, the pulling in the link addresses. Now the last step, and the last advanced setting that we have at the moment is auto-detect your footer. So if you scroll down here to your footer, with the smart slice that we have, that slices up your email, it may add slice lines to your footer, depending on how big your footer is or what it looks like. And so simple detection mode that we have is if you turn this on, it'll detect a group inside of your email called footer, and it will make sure to keep that as one image block that you can easily replace later in Klaviyo with a universal block. So to get this functionality, you have to have a group called footer, which contains your footer. Super self-explanatory. So you gotta tell your designers, if you want to use this feature, to put all the footer inside of one group and just call it footer. Nothing else, just footer. It can be any capitalization that you want. But that footer has all the elements inside of it. And again, that'll make sure that a slice line does not get placed inside of that group, but it's just at the top and makes it one single block, easier to replace later inside of Klaviyo. Okay, so right now we have all these settings turned on. We have our preview text, we have our link addresses, and we have our footer. Now that we have all of those, we have a simple one-click solution from Figma to Klaviyo. All you have to do again is select the email creative frame. The naming of this doesn't matter. It's just all one frame. You select one frame, and then you click send to Klaviyo, and then your email gets rebuilt in Klaviyo with your preview text, your link addresses, your footer, even AI alt text with all your images in the right order, ready to send. So that's as simple as it is. That's an advanced tutorial on how to use this advanced Figma board setup to get a one-click solution from Figma to Klaviyo.